Okay, well, kiln's reloaded. Sorry about the lighting. So just turned it on, 97 degrees. 109 there because that's on the top probe. So none of that really means anything right now, it just means it's working. So let's take a look at some of the oak that just came out. Got it in here, so let me look at all the big fissure cracks. That was 5 days exactly from the time I put it in and the time I took it out. And this stuff is dry. And that's where tomorrow I'll end up putting it in my climate controlled garage that I have. And the stuff is just really nice. All of it. Good stuff. So now that I've reloaded it, now the first 12 hours, I've gone over this a lot of times. It takes a lot of heat source. Not a lot, but not a lot for this guy. But so I cut all this today, cut some dead trees down on the property, and I'm probably gonna stick in more than you think for the first 12 hours, just because I know she's gonna cycle a few more times. So I'm probably gonna stick probably half of that in there, and that should get us through. But first things first, I got to do the ash. I'm not going to record that. I'll record me how much I throw in and what it looks like. Speaking of that, let's see where we're at. So 178, so she must have just done a burn cycle, which it's not ideal to load it right after that because it's going to be a ton of smoke, but there wasn't much wood in there. So let me get the ash out and I'll show you how much I'm going to load. Okay, we'll get out of here quick. So I showed you how much wood I put in there. Now that's way more than I need to get us through the night, but like I said, the kiln takes a good amount of heat to get it up there because it's not, you know, The wood going in is only, well, today was only like 75, 80. So by morning it'll be 150-ish in the kiln. The wood internally won't be there yet. It'll probably be like 120-ish, give or take. By 24 hours it'll be internal temp roughly 140-ish, and then and so on. So, but the first 24 hours I feel is the most critical. Otherwise you just get way behind on the drying time. So I'd rather put more in than not enough. Now if this is winter time and I was heating all the above, I'd have stuck way more than that. So you can tell by the tote I threw in roughly half. So morning I probably won't throw any of that in. I'll probably throw, this is from the cutoffs today on the processor. I used this other tote with the opening fully open. Obviously you can tell that was a big mistake. So I'm gonna burn this. This will probably last me the whole kiln cycle for sure. You know, that big piece will probably last 2 days just because we're not burning a lot. So I'll get rid of this and I'll go back to putting just bundles in this, or these kind of totes that I fully cut it out. So, but yeah, a lot of some scraps on the wood pile there to burn. So another good day. Processed another 3 cords, swapped out the kiln, boiler's running. It's running efficiently as can be too. So I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, it's still at 178. So, but you know, that kiln's fully automated. I don't even really monitor it. I mean, I check on it occasionally on my apps that I have just to see, make sure that the intake and exhaust is functioning properly, that the pumps are working, boiler's working. Like I said, as long as I got wood in there, it maintains. I don't have to touch it. Like that'll probably be good for 24 hours, but I'd rather have more in than not enough. And surprisingly, after 5 days, I barely had any ash underneath. I mean, I probably could have let it go another 5 days, but having that fully boxed on the bottom, both pans empty, it just burns way more efficiently. So now the first burn we're gonna have, since all that wood is unburned yet, there may be a little bit more smoke than usual, but after the first burn, it'll be nothing. And I'm not gonna stay out here for the next 2 hours to find out. So, but yeah, I fixed the door for the 3rd time, and you can see, I don't know if you can tell, there's a little bit of smoke coming out. That's normal. And I do have the vent open in the back to get a little bit of airflow in there, because otherwise it'll go out. There's just not enough load on it. So, but deliveries are picked up almost every day. We're doing a cord right now. That's slow for us, but give it another week or two, I'll probably average 5 cords a day, and then I'll jump to 10, 15, 20, and so on. So that's why I'm just trying to crank out as much wood as I can right now to try to keep up. Still drying the oak, probably got another 3-4 weeks of that. And then, yeah, before you know it, Paul Bunyan will be here in October, and then it's crunch time. I mean, then it's delivery all day, every day, intermixed with trees and doing quotes and so on. So, but yeah, boiler's running, kiln's running, processor's screaming, of course. Wood in, wood out. It's a good day. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. But as always, keep burning.